Hello, welcome to my railway, or part of my railway, at least as it is at the moment. A factory which appears to be in a stage of dereliction, except it's being erected, and some various other bits, including some scratch builds that I've been working on, which is why there's a very weirdly camouflaged Nissan hut here on the corner. Going to do a quick video explaining NEM couplings, the NEM system. Some people get this a little bit confused and not really sure how it all works, so I thought we'd go through it. To do that, I've pulled out my one-to-one collection Hornby Bitten, which is going around the track at the moment, as you can see every so often, as I'm sure you can hear. Obviously, as part of the one-to-one collection, it's displayed with a second tender. The second tender is what I'm going to use to show this, which is why it's running around with one tender at the moment, and some Southern Green coaches, which it definitely wouldn't have pulled, and some people will probably be annoyed about. I've got the second tender here. It's a water carrying one. It's very bright outside, so it isn't going to show up that well. Should have thought about that. So yeah, this just attaches. This isn't a review of it, so it's not going to it. But the coupling is on the back, which hopefully will focus in but a moment. As soon as we can get it. Let's try this then. Okay, so the coupling is now in focus. So the NEM system that everyone sort of understands is that this coupling can pull out. And indeed it can. So here we have the coupling itself, and obviously it's got those flutes on it that are used to attach it to the tender, and then we have the tender itself where it attaches. Now, this is a NEM coupling, but what not that many people realise is that this part on the tender here, the oblong receptacle, that actually comes out as well. So it's a little tricky to do with just the pocket in place. This is incidentally the pocket, and this is the coupling. So that pushes into there like that, which is a lot easier to do not talking around a tripod. So that's in place, but this whole unit does come out. There we are. So now you can see a little dovetail on the back of the tender, and the coupling here in my hand, and rather dirty fingers. So these then pull apart like that. So you have the coupling, the pocket, and the pocket, the bracket, I suppose. And these will just slot together. So let's get these in place. So that is the pocket in place on the back of the tender, and then the coupling just pushes into that. Now, tender back together. Now, not all locos have sort of separately fitted pockets like that. Some just have the square receptacle, quite common on a lot of front bogies of some of the larger locos. Let's get that in a bit more of a general focus. Help illustrate this point a bit more, we also have the Sentinel shunter, quite nice, quite heavy, pulls well. Again, this you can see right there, the same pocket coupling. So the coupling will come out like that, and then you can see under that bit of brake rodding the pocket there. So if we pop this back in, much as we've already done on the Bitten, and then if I sort of wiggle this out on the dovetail, and there we are, it's out. It has slightly dislodged the brake rigging on this one, but that pushes back into place. Again, you can see the one on the front there. It is underneath this tank, which is why I haven't removed it, and why I'm not going to, because I've never done it before, and chances are I'm going to break it. So if we pop this back into place, again, this isn't really a guide on how to do it, but for completion, this one's a little tricky because of that brake rodding. But if I just push it up and under, put it at an angle, I can get it under that bit of brake rodding, push it in, push that bit of brake rodding back into place, and there we are, coupled and ready to go.